Good morning. It's Bob here. Reverend Bob, if you want to call me that. I've got papers. But listen, what my subject matter today is kind of serious, okay? It's serious for our nation. It's serious for our society. Today is June the 5th. And later today, okay, because contrary to you flat earthers out there, the earth is quite spherical. And it is going to be daylight on the English Channel coast in just hours. Okay, just hours from now. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning here on the East Coast of the United States, daylight savings time, which is another subject I don't want you to get me started on. But on that Channel coast of France, daylight's going to come very early this time of the year. So on the 6th of June in France in 1944, hundreds of thousands of Allied troops, many of whom were American, went ashore at beaches in Normandy to throw the German conquering army out of France for the second time in the first half of the 20th century. On that day, you can figure about 10 o'clock tonight, Eastern Daylight Time, the men were storming the beaches in Normandy. So it was still the 5th of June here. And the 6th of June on their end. And in that period, the carnage and destruction that was wreaked by that effort had never been precedented before in the world. The largest armada of ships and aircraft and men and materials ever assembled went ashore in Normandy and fought a heated battle for days, for really months, as they moved inland to conquer the German army. But that one day, over 10,500 American troops sacrificed their lives to make that beachhead. 10,500 men died that day, just Americans, just at that location. That doesn't count the ones that got it the next day and on into that battle. Many, many thousands. But they sacrificed their lives, what will be 79 years ago, late tonight. 3 times as many were badly wounded and wounded in various different manners that incapacitated them in the battle. So we're talking about 40,000 plus men were killed or wounded in that first 8 or 10 hours of the battles. And I don't know that anybody really has a full appreciation for what that means. 79 years ago today, here in the United States, our troops went ashore in Normandy and fought a heated, pitched battle with lead and shrapnel and gasoline and everything else blowing up and burning up and everything all around them in a scarring manner that affected the living and the dead. It's just the dead, their problems were over at that point. But how many tens of thousands of troops had to live with that psychology or that psychological fracture that was all that. And what did they do it for? For me. For me, okay? For you, for me, for the people in this country, so that I could sit here in front of this little cheesy camera and tell you what a wonderful thing it was that they did and what a bunch of ignorant bastards we are for letting it go down the tube the way it is. Nobody could have imagined it. Nobody could have imagined it. You just think back yourself from 5 years ago, 10 years ago at least, nobody could have possibly imagined the stupidity and the absolute in-your-face uh, senselessness of what goes on in our society today. Think about it. 10 years ago, somebody goes in, decides that they're a woman, and competes in a woman's athletic event and wins, and they get a trophy. Oh, I don't think so. I don't think so today. All right. It's you know, you're going to have a pride in something that is absolutely atrocious, that is abhorrent to everybody else on the planet. And you're going to wrap yourself in rainbows and unicorns and go out there and talk about how beautiful it is. Give me a break. 10,500 men died on the beach at Normandy in one day to preserve our freedom. And we're too ignorant and too lazy to preserve it today just by speaking up. All right? It's crazy. We owe those people a debt of gratitude and a debt of service to stop the foolishness going on in this country. Respect everybody's rights. I don't care if you're gay, but don't try to make it part of our society. Okay? It's a deviant behavior. Try to do it quietly and leave me alone. And the same with a whole lot of other things, okay? And you know, the rights and this, and I got this right and I got that right. I got a right to be an American. I got a right to live a traditional lifestyle without your interference. I got a right to be whatever I want to be. It's not against the law to be a whole lot of things that are becoming societally blocked because, oh, it offends somebody. I got the right to offend you. It's not your right to be unoffended. It's your right to be a free society. You can say what you want to, and so can I. All right? And I'm going to say that for those 10,500 people that gave up their life on day one on the beach at Normandy. Anybody that doesn't like that, there you go.